So let's rewind why I'm even here. The reason why I am now in Atlanta is because I am renting a bike from EagleShare so that I can prepare myself for my training that I'll be doing at the BMW US Rider Academy in Greer, South Carolina. Riding a motorcycle in Cameroon is very different. For those of you who don't know, who are joining for the first time, I learned how to ride a motorcycle in Africa, in Cameroon. The common style of bike there uses one of the more common shifting patterns called all down, where you start at neutral, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can shift either from the front lever or from the back. However, in a lot of the West, the shifting is very different. You only shift from the front, and neutral is a half step between first and second. That is a very different shifting style. I don't want to waste any time during my upcoming training trying to figure out a different shifting style, so I rent a bike. This Honda CBR 250R, a beginner sport bike, and it's my first time ever even riding a sport bike. So now I'm even afraid to take this bike out on the street. I'm thinking, okay, I'll just practice in the neighborhood, but I am literally paying for a day rental and only using it for a few hours. Thankfully, the owner of the bike is pretty cool and chill, and he actually offers to go with me. That way, I don't have to be navigating some area I don't even know on someone's bike that I'm renting for the first time, and also while riding on US roads for the first time ever. I pretty much look like I've never ridden a motorcycle before, just because of the shifting. It's a typical pattern.
Why is it not?
Is it in first gear? Do you see the end lit up?
Oh, no.
So that means you have to hold the clutch in to crank it up.
Oh. Does it have a good indicator?
And I have these clunky off-road boots because I have a mix of on-road and off-road gear, just because of the nature of riding in Africa. You kind of have a mix of both, so my gear is situated around that. Even shifting with my boots was a bit difficult at times.
Trying to find neutral?
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a while.
It's because, like, I don't know what gear I'm in.
So the way to know what gear you're in, just go all the way down. And when you can't go down anymore, you know you're on first.
Okay.
So I'm fumbling around, figuring it out, just going up and down the street. Finally, I get to the point where I feel comfortable enough. And at that point, the owner is ready to go out with me.
Liking it?
Yeah. I'm slowly... Okay, so, what do you think?
Too good to me.
So should we try?
Yeah. You want to follow me behind?
No, I want to follow you, and you just take me where you don't think it's too crazy.
We go around the neighborhood, and I'm having a little bit of difficulty because my bike at home has a display that shows what gear it's in. On this bike, it has a neutral light, but it doesn't really show what gear you're in, and that's what I'm used to on my bike in Africa. So I'm trying to figure out at any moment what gear I'm in. I feel like I have to lift up pretty hard on the shifter to get it to shift, almost lifting my entire leg up. It could be because of the chunky off-road boots I'm wearing is not allowing my foot to flex normally enough. I had to really adapt and adjust, but we're going around the neighborhood and it's all chill, it's all fun. It's so interesting how neighborhoods are so cookie cutter in the US. It's just so easy to go around a neighborhood here. Meanwhile, if you see some of the neighborhoods I ride around in Cameroon, you're literally off-roading the moment you leave your front yard or anytime you go off of a main road. It's a complete off-road environment with ruts, stones, dips, and sometimes water, mud, and puddles. In the US, it's so nice, straight street, really paved streets. It's totally different, a really nice environment as far as for ease of riding. In Cameroon, there are so many people on the side of the road and so much population out, but as is typical in American neighborhoods, pretty much everyone is hibernating or whatever they're doing indoors. You rarely see anyone outside. That's just a little bit of the difference. As I go around the neighborhood a few times, he asks if I'm ready to go out on the road. I feel like I've gotten shifting down enough.
Okay. All right, you want to try it out?
So we go out on the main roads, and here the traffic, even on the main road, is going to be faster because the roads are a lot better. So traffic on these side roads outside of the neighborhood are definitely going to be faster than what you may typically see in Cameroon. The first thing we do is go to a gas station for him to gas up. The gas stations are even different. In a lot of the South or southern states, you pump the gas yourself, whereas in other parts of the US and also in Cameroon, you have someone who pumps it for you. I didn't get any gas, but we fill up and continue riding. We start turning around different streets and going around and doing different things, and I'm beginning to get a bit comfortable. it's a little more orderly. But again, as I said in another video called The 5 Reasons Why I Love Riding a Motorcycle in Africa, please see above if you want to click and find out more, America doesn't have a lot of motorcycle awareness. Even though traffic is smoother and more refined, motorcycles are so rare here. In Africa, or in Cameroon, motorcycles are not just a leisurely thing that some people have. It's a mode of transportation and a livelihood for many. People don't generally ride just to have fun on the weekends. Motorcycles are everywhere. In some places, they even outnumber cars, depending on where you are. So people in Africa are very aware of motorcycles, whereas here, my fear is going down the road and not knowing if someone even sees me. I've watched so many videos about riding in the US and how you have to ride like no one sees you. And trust me, right now as I'm riding, I'm definitely doing that. Thankfully, it's toward the evening, so traffic isn't that bad, or at least where we are, it's not that bad. But even coming up on intersections, the intersections here are really different. In Cameroon, most towns don't have big multi-lane intersections with traffic lights where 8 lanes converge from 4 sides. You usually have huge roundabouts in many cities instead. Honestly, I'm more afraid to go through an intersection in the US than one in Cameroon. Everyone's going every which direction, cars shooting across, coming from all angles. It's like a big spaghetti mess, and then add to it all these little motorcycles that are tangling and squeezing in and out. But I'm used to it because everyone's watching everyone else. It's understood that it's complete chaos. And if you're in chaos, everyone's alert. Here, everything is so smooth that people can just not even know you're there. People can make sudden moves, and in the orderliness, they don't really expect chaos. For me, crossing intersections here, my fear is someone making a left-hand turn in front of me or pulling out unexpectedly. But thankfully, everything goes pretty well. Now the question is, would I feel comfortable doing this normally? Driving around like this, riding my motorcycle around like this? I can't say I would. I still feel more comfortable with the Cameroonian, everyone watch out for the chaos intersection system. Whether it's a roundabout or just any kind of random intersection where people would just pull out from anywhere. People there might not look, but I still will say the awareness is still stronger. In the US, motorcycles just aren't common enough. And I feel like there's a real lack of awareness for smaller vehicles like motorcycles. Now, finally, we come up to this intersection. I've been doing very well for a while. I'm behind the owner of the rental, and he goes on once the light turns. So here I am, I'm just about to get into gear, and I don't know what happens. Somehow, I stall out and lose my balance. And here we are. The motorcycle is on the ground. No! What in the world? Such a noob. I can't believe I just dropped this guy's bike. How could you be that stupid? Oh man, how much is this going to cost? Everyone's got to be looking at me. A car backs up, and then the guy gets out while I'm struggling to get the motorcycle up. Now, I pretty much had the motorcycle mostly up, but it was so thoughtful of him to back his car up and come help me. I was completely out of it. I hope he doesn't think I was being rude. I mean, I don't really feel like I was responding to him as enthusiastically, as thankfully as I probably should have been. I probably didn't come across as thankful as I would, but I was kind of dazed for a while. I just dropped a rental bike, and I'm out in the middle of traffic. It's my first time on US roads at this fairly large intersection, so yeah, I wasn't feeling so great.
So much.
Finally, the owner comes back. So he leads me to a nearby parking lot. He parks and I pull up next to him. I feel pretty bad.
I don't know what happened. Yes. I was at a stop, and I was at the stop, and I fell.
I've done it before.
I don't know. I'm very sorry. I wasn't glad. I was just, I don't know, like.
You want to keep going?
Yeah, I do. I mean, as long as it's okay with you.
Well, that's why I have it on there.
Huh?
That's why I have it.
Thankfully, he had these kind of like engine guards on the bike. This was his first bike that he himself learned on. And since then, he's gotten other bikes. So he knew it was going to be dropped eventually, especially renting it out. I think I was only his second rental, but thankfully he had the forethought to make sure he puts guards on the engine in case the bike is dropped, which I totally did as the second rental. He was really kind, chill. He just wanted to make sure I was okay. If he was upset about me dropping the bike, he didn't really show it at all. I felt terrible, but he came across as really cool about it. So anyway, after that, we continued to ride around. Sometimes when things like that happen, you just have to get back in the saddle. Having paid for the rental and insurance, I didn't want to end early, so we kept going. At one point, we entered into a road that wasn't a full highway, but sort of like one, faster, wider, and smoother. I finally hit my highest speed ever. It wasn't triple digits, but it was definitely faster than my little 150cc in Cameroon has ever done, even coasting downhill. It was exciting because that's something I've wanted, to get used to higher speeds and feel comfortable reacting to them. So it was great having this experience, even though that wasn't the main reason why I took this bike, but it was more to get used to the shifting pattern that I will be doing during my training. But hey, getting a little extra speed always was pretty nice. Now, so all that, it was really awesome. We continued riding until eventually my camera or battery died. Before it went out, I felt like this was a really great experience. By the end, I was feeling really good about shifting and understanding a different bike. It's kind of like when you rent a car. You feel comfortable driving whatever you get, whether it's a van, a truck, a small car, a large sedan, or a Jeep. It's good to be confident operating different vehicles. In the same way, I think it's really good to experience different types of motorcycles so you can understand how they feel. That helps build confidence in riding overall. Now, I feel much more prepared for my training. Tomorrow, we're going to be packing up and making the drive to Greer, South Carolina. That's going to be in the next episode. Stay tuned for an epic time in my America series.